in the conversation about undocumented immigrants in this country and whether or not we should have mass deportation or this, that, or the other, this person offers up the following commentary. Then pay them what you would an American since you are so damn passionate. Oh, wait, you want cheap labor and higher profits. Just part of the problem. Well, first things first, I don't employ any undocumented immigrants. In the companies that I own and have owned, I've never employed an undocumented immigrant. Ever. Having said that, prior to owning my own companies, I did work for landscape companies that employed hundreds of undocumented immigrants. Hundreds. And your complaint is that we should pay them what we would an American. So let's break this down. We're talking 20, 25, 30 years ago at this point in time, right? Back then, the undocumented immigrants that were being hired by the companies I worked for were brought in under the 150 union banner. They all had 150 union protections, which means they were protected by a union contract, which gave them automatic pay raises and health and welfare benefits. Health and welfare benefits that the companies that I worked for that employed these people paid the unions $1,500 a month per employee to cover the health and welfare portion. So they had union benefits, they were union members, and they had health insurance and welfare benefits through the union. On top of that, 20, 25, 30 years ago, we were paying undocumented immigrants with no experience, starting in the door $21, $22 an hour to drive Bobcats, 17 to 19 bucks an hour to be a foreman, and like 12 to 14 bucks an hour to be a laborer. Quarter of a century ago. With paid time off, paid vacation, paid holidays, the health and welfare through their unions, and their annual cost of living increases as a result of their collective bargaining. Was that paying them like we would an American back then? Does that not fit your bullshit narrative? No, I didn't think it did. See, you're talking to somebody like you think this is their first fucking rodeo. This is a world I lived in for a quarter of a century, working with almost exclusively undocumented immigrants, predominantly from Mexico, predominantly from the state of Michoacan. You're talking to me like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, when in reality, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We were offering those wages and those benefits 25 and 30 fucking years ago, and we couldn't get white American-born workers to come in and fill those jobs. Fuck, we couldn't get Hispanic American-born workers to come in and fill those jobs. It was too much for them. Yeah, you'd get the occasional white guy or American-born Mexican guy that would come in and fill out an application. They'd maybe make it a day, if you were lucky, a few days. And then they'd go running for the hills because the work was too hard. Even for decent wages back then. Once again, 25 years ago, no experience, 21 bucks an hour to drive a Bobcat, plus health insurance, paid vacation, paid time off, and union membership 25 and 30 years ago? Sit the fuck down. You don't know what you're talking about.